Welcome to episode 4 on the Couch with Zeus, couch co-op where you actually don't play. This episode is about how important are graphics when it comes to gaming. We're going to be looking at gameplay first. And what I mean by gameplay is graphics only do so much if a game's not good. And I've played many games where the graphics were not the best, but the game was ultimately fun. And I'll give you an example of that. That was Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's a current gen video game that didn't have that good of graphics, but the game was fun. I logged about 50 some hours into that video game. Basically, because the game has so many other redeeming qualities to it, I wasn't really concerned about the graphics. And over time, with playing the game, it just felt normal to see what I was seeing. On the flip side of that, you have a great game, and I'll use Gears of War. Gears of War 5, great game. First game to use HDR that I know of. It was a 4K game, HDR game for the Xbox One S before the Xbox One X came out. And it was a beautiful game. So ultimately, if we're looking at graphics versus gameplay, you want to go with gameplay first. If the game's great enough, graphics will be what they are. A lot of these games, a lot of the higher graphic games, love 4K gaming or the simulated 4K gaming, because I don't think any of them truly do 4K gaming. They have what is called photo mode. Now what this is an option through the start menu where you can freeze frame whatever you're doing in the game, change filters, change angles, change how your character is looking, what type of reaction they're giving, to basically get the highest quality of photo you can, or the best photo you can out of that particular game. This works well for developers because oftentimes when people do photo mode, you have a big social media presence about your game. I know for PlayStation, I think PlayStation does a capture of the week type thing where they ask for specifics, like this week might be show me a photo with fire, and then people will go photo mode, and then they'll have photos with characters holding either flames or coming out of fire or something like that. Photo mode is great because it shows off the quality of video game that they're playing, and this adds another layer on to entertainment when you're developing these games and when you're playing these games. Photo mode is different from screenshots, which typically a lot of photo mode is nothing but holding image still enough for you to do a screenshot. It's different from screenshot in the fact that you actually get a chance to manipulate the image you're seeing on the screen. Screenshot is basically you're going to just screenshot whatever you're doing at that moment. If you don't have good graphics, there's no photo mode. So there's been developers that have done different things to compensate for not having the best graphics. The biggest example that comes to mind right now is Zelda Wind Waker. Zelda Wind Waker is an example of cel shading. This game actually hasn't really aged that badly, or poorly, you will say, because of the way the graphics are done. You could pick this game up, which this game is maybe it has to be about 16 years old. That's a rough estimate. I'll put the actual age on the title. They've done a remaster, a HD version of this, and truly is not that much different from the original. But to the point, cell shading is a definite way of going around graphics. In other words, a cartoon variant of real life graphics. You even see a comic game like Octopath Travelers, which they take a 2D sprite model and they do, to be honest with you, I don't even know what it's called that they did. But I'll show an example of it here. Not the best graphics, but I mean, it's not 4K rendering graphics, but it's still a beautiful game. I would say probably 1080p type game. I mean, then you got games like Minecraft. Minecraft doesn't have good graphics at all, but the lack of graphics is actually its gimmick. So whereas you have this almost 2D model, flat surfaces and cube model, it works well for them. I mean, Minecraft has been around for a very long time, and they've done exquisitely well with their sales. And they're still updating that format, and people are still playing Minecraft on Xbox, on PC, on mobile, on PlayStation, on Nintendo Switch. So using an alternative of graphics is good. So graphics can basically hinder a game, be a part of its gimmick, be a wonderful addition to a game that plays well. It could be the thing that saves a game. It could be the thing that tanks a game. But truly, at the base of all games is how fun it is to play the game. If a game is not fun to play, then graphics won't matter.